What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another PlayStation 5 update video. We got another 38 games right here, and we're going to kind of go through them. As my collection grows, I like to showcase some of the games that I have in case other people don't have them. Different titles that you can just find for the cheap and add to your collection. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Right here, I got Grid Legends, still sealed. It says $19.99. I want to say I paid like $15 for it, so let me know if it's any good. I have the digital version. You know, it was the PlayStation Game of the Month at one point, so I have that. No need to open this, but starting off with this one. Then I have GTA 5 for the PlayStation 5. I haven't played GTA 5 in years. This is just, you know, because it's PlayStation 5. We got it pretty cheap. I want to say it was like 10, so quick game to add to the collection. And then we got Far Cry 6 Steelbook. This here is the second copy of Far Cry that I have. This was the Steelbook version, so had to get it again. It was cheap. We paid like 10 for it. It was like a 3 deal, this one and then the other two games, so good little ad. Maybe I'll get to it at one point, not 100%, but it's good to have. Then we got Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Not much I can say about this game. I know that this is kind of shovelware for a lot of people. The types of games that you just kind of get because they're cheap. If you want to grow your collection, this is the type of game that you get. It's Ubisoft, so I don't know. One of those games I might never get to, but at least we have it. So moving on, we got Goat Simulator 3. Man, I remember playing the first Goat Simulator. It was such a classic for me. So happy to have this one. I want to say we picked it up for cheap as well. It was $8.99. I think we paid like $5. It was like a 4 for 20 deal. So gonna add this one. Maybe one day I'll start it. It's only 5 gigs, so there's really no excuses. Then we got Soul Hackers 2. Another cool little game to add to the collection. I don't know much about it aside from like it looks kind of. There's so much color in here, so much, you know, detail. So, I don't know. It seems kind of interesting. Let me know if I should play it or not. You know, until then, it's just going to sit on the shelf. But then we got a game that I am interested in. We got Astralite. One of those 2D platformers set in black and white. I don't know. It looks super cool. Like, I like how the case has little cover art in the back. And excuse my voice, by the way, because I am very sick at the moment. But moving on, we got Gungrave Gore. Again, one of those games that we picked up in the 4 for 40 deals. So super cool. If you don't have this one, man, go ahead and add it. It looked kind of interesting. One of those like quick little games you can play. 30 gigs. I don't know if I'll ever install it, but you know, maybe when the time's right, we will. Then we got Tales of Arise. One of those games that kind of everybody gets because it's, you know, either pretty good or it's one of those games that you just let sit on the shelf because you got it for cheap. So, I don't know. I might look more into this one to see if it's worth it. At one point, I did pick it up and did want to install it, but I didn't. So, I don't know. Let me know if I made a mistake. Then we got this one, Borderlands 3. As you can see, I keep it inside this little sleeve right here because this is one of those games that is kind of hard to find. Man, I got so lucky. I was just surfing the GameStop website one day and I seen it, so I ordered it. If you know about this game, man, it was skyrocketed in price for a long time. So, super cool that I got it for cheap, but now it's in the collection. Moving on from there, boom, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We got the Steelbook. Honestly, I wanted to play it. I was kind of interested in it. Until I found out that you needed Modern Warfare 2 installed to even play this one, and then I just put it away and never played it again. So, you know, if you guys like Call of Duty, man, I want to say the last game that I played in the Call of Duty franchise was Cold War. After that, it just kind of died for me. So, then we got this one here, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Retribution Chapter 2, Payback Edition. As you can see, it comes with a lot of goodies in here. Steelbook, I'm glad that it came with that Steelbook. You do need a PSVR. I don't have that, so I'm keeping it sealed. But at the end of the day, it's a Walking Dead game, and there's not really a lot of Walking Dead games. So, Super excited to have this, super happy. But yeah. Then we got this game here, it's still sealed. The Bridge Curse, Road to Salvation. It's one of those little horror games. I don't know, it's not even the American version, but it seems pretty cool. I don't know if I'll open it, but regardless, man, if you played it, let me know. Let me know if it's worth it or not. But, yep. Then we got another game I picked up that I was super excited to play. I haven't got to yet. As you can see, it's still sealed. But Treyarch 2, one of those shooter type of games, man. You just, like, the literal definition of having an AA12 on a Switch in here. Like, this is insane. This is super cool. Hopefully one day I get to it, man. It caught my eye. It seemed interesting. I couldn't find a lot of American copies, so when I did find it, I bought it. But, yeah, let me know if you played it. Then we got Madden 24. I picked this up. It was cheap. I found it at a pawn shop. This was when the game was still going for like $60. So 20 bucks. I thought that was kind of like a steal. But yeah, I don't really play these games. Then we got this PUO Tetris 2. So as you can see, we paid $10 for this one. It's pretty much what it goes for. But I haven't played it yet. Seems kind of interesting. I don't think I'll ever play it, but happy to have this in the collection. Then we picked up this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chris Tales. Seemed kind of interesting. Again, we also paid $10 for this game. Comes with a lot of little goodies inside. We actually picked this up from a pawn shop. Picked up these next couple games all together from a pawn shop. This was included. We got this Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. Did pick up from my local game shop. I did start playing it. I didn't get very far. I want to say maybe like 3 hours in. Seemed kind of interesting, but then I just decided to move on to something else. I kind of got what I needed out of it. Didn't seem like one of those games I just wanted to invest so much time in. But it's a cool game. I mean, if you're into this type of stuff, then you'll like it. It's not a bad game. I just, I felt satisfied with what I got. So, then we got this Garfield Lasagna Party. Such a disappointment for me because I was not aware that this game has an offline mode. We paid $19.99 for this one. So there is no online. I bought this game and I bought a copy for my brother so that we could both play it because it kind of brought back like those, I don't know if you guys ever played like that SpongeBob game where you kind of play all those mini games. That's kind of the vibe that we got. So we bought 2 copies just to find out that this is specifically couch co-op. So hard pass, but it is what it is. It's a Garfield game. And then, boom, you see the $8 tag on it. We got Sackboy Big Adventure. So what else can I say from it other than this is a very like cool platformer, good game to have in your collection, one of those launch titles. So it did take a while for me to get it, but you can see why. Patience is key because you always get them for the cheap if you wait, man. So moving on from there. Also for $8, we got this Overcooked, all you can eat. Seemed kind of interesting. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those games where you need more than, one person to play with. So that it could be fun. Maybe I'll get through it one day. I need to look up some gameplay. But we got this. And then, boom, for $8 as well. The Chaotic Great Edition. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Boom. Slipcover. And so the reason why I don't take off the tags right here is because A, it kind of messes up. Like if you take them off, it'll mess up the cover art. And B, because a lot of people don't believe me when I say I get these games for cheap. So if I keep an $8 tag on it, personally, it doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people. It don't bother me. Boom, look at that. CIB. So that's super cool. What is this? 30 gigs. I don't know. Maybe one day, but it looks nice on the shelf. Can't complain about that. Then we got this Chant right here. Risky's Revenge. Check this out. So, it's got the little poster and everything inside. It looks nice. We paid $8 for it. Excuse me. We paid $8 for this game. Same stack that we picked up all these games in. $8, $8. We picked this game up as well. Limited run game for $8. This was insane. So, super thankful for that. Glad to have it in the collection. So, yep. Then we got this NBA 2K22 Steelbook. The only reason why I picked it up is because it's a Steelbook. That's it. Never gonna play it, but you don't really find a lot of these. Happy to have this in the collection. Like I said, excuse me because I'm very sick. But moving on, we got Valkyrie and Asylum. Picked this up from a game store as well. Ran Classics. We bought a bunch of stuff, so it kind of, the price kind of went up there. But yeah, I don't know. Seemed kind of interesting. I need to look up more gameplay because what I did see seemed kind of interesting. So got this game. Then we got this Oddworld Soulstorm. Boom. Yeah, Steelbook right there. Seemed pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. One of those 2D games as well. I don't know much about the Oddworld series. I know that it's a pretty old title. But I don't know. Maybe this game didn't do too well when it came out. But either ways, I got it pretty cheap. So happy to have that. Then we got this World War I Izonzo. Don't quote me on it. Sorry if I mispronounced it. But it seemed kind of interesting, man. I like these types of games. No Call of Duty style. Just straight war. So, need to install it. There's only 10 gigs. Sometimes I get that itch, man. I just want to play these types of games. So, I need to install it and play it. But, yeah. Moving on from there. Here's a game that I did enjoy for the most part. The Chant. This one was a pretty cool game whenever I played it. Finally had found it cheap. I didn't want to pay the $40. But, I beat it. And I got the bad ending, I want to say. I found out there's like 3 endings. So I did get the bad ending. And it was fine. It is what it is. Like, I didn't want to go back and play it again because, you have to go through the whole story just to get a different ending and hope you get a different ending. Nah, I was pretty satisfied with what I got. So, The Chant, I highly recommend it. It's one of those like super survival horror games. You really can't do much. Like you can fight, of course, and craft. Like that's your main source right there. You need to craft. But yeah, it was a super fun experience. I recommend it. Just turn off the lights and just kick back and enjoy the game. Really, like it's a good time. And then here's one that I'm not sure if it was a good time. I enjoyed it personally. Like Walking Dead Destinies. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the platinum on this game. This was such a fun time for me. Don't get me wrong, it was pretty bad at some points. But, again, I'm a massive fan of The Walking Dead. So, this had potential for sure. Maybe it could have gone around differently. But, it's game mill, man. What can you expect? But, overall, I was satisfied. I'm happy. It is what it is. So, yep. Then we got a game that a lot of people have been asking me, when am I going to get it in my collection? Here's why. Because when you wait, you get some good versions of the game. Man, we got the Steelbook of Elden Ring. Check that out. I haven't played it yet. I'm not sure if I will. I'm still trying to learn these games. I play a couple here and there. Right now I'm playing Dark Souls sometimes. So, I don't want to play all these types of different games and then get stuck in them, but boom. If you wait, man, you'll get a good one. You got the Steelbook. Super excited about that, man. This Steelbook is beautiful. But yeah, finally got it in the collection, so can't complain. Then we're moving on to these last couple games right here. Check it out. We got this Justice League Cosmic Chaos. Still sealed. It is the American version. There wasn't a lot of these games, a lot of like this version. It was like a low print. PS4, man, you can find it anywhere. But PS5, you can only find like the PAL version. Not a lot of these, so super, happy to have it. It's definitely a kid game, Justice League. But it is the Justice League, so can't complain about that. Then we got this game right here, Midnight Suns. We got the Legendary Edition. I'm missing the slipcover, man. If anybody has an extra slipcover, hit me up, please. I would definitely like it. So, I haven't played it. I know I need to. 45 gigs. That's one of the reasons why, because I'm very picky on how much storage I want to put on my console. So I don't know, and it is like a card game, so you know I am picky. I'm very picky, but happy to have it, man. I love this cover. I fell in love with this cover the first time I seen it, so happy to have this version. Then we got Bluey to video game. So we picked this up. It says new. Here's the thing, man. GameStop likes to do this thing where they just put a little sticker right here, so I can open it like up here potentially. You see what I mean? But then, like, I really can't open it because it's sealed right here. But whatever. Pretty bad game, but hey, add it to the collection. Talking about bad games, man, we got Quantum Error. If you know about this game, man, you know. Apparently, this was a super bad game. I have no idea why they want 87 gigs to even play this game. This is nasty. That is insane. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just, oh man, the seal kind of messed up here. It is what it is. But yeah, Quantum Error, man. It's literally trash. Then we got the Invincible. One of those games, man. Look at this cover. This cover is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely loved it. So it is a game that I do need to get on. 12 gigs to play. But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I need to look up more gameplay. It seemed kind of interesting. Happy to have this in my collection. Then we got the Grinch Christmas Adventures. This was one of those 2D platformers, man. I played this during Christmas. This was such a good time. Personally, I did enjoy it. I need to go back to it. I didn't get very far, but this was a fun time. Then here's a game that I haven't played yet. Devil May Cry 5. My brother loves these games. I'm not too familiar with them, but you guys let me know, man. Is this worth a play? Like, I don't know. Then my final game for today, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the complete edition for the PS5. Still sealed. I don't know much to say about this, man. I haven't really played it. As you can see, seemed kind of interesting. I did watch season 1 of the show, and I mean, I did get very interested. But I know that this is one of those games that you're gonna invest hours and hours and hours in, and I don't have that type of timing anymore. But regardless, it's a good title to have in the collection. All these titles, man, they're all good titles to have in my collection. That's why I get them. A lot of these games, they might be shovelware, but I don't just pick up crap. Because if I did, my collection would be 1,000 times bigger. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. You guys let me know what your favorite title from here is. And as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Peace.